Go ahead.
Hello and welcome to this Google Hangout. My name is Julia Baumley and I will be discussing the overview of the website Teachers Pay Teachers. Teachers Pay Teachers is an open online marketplace where teachers sell their original lesson plans and other course materials to other teachers and also share for free. What's great about this website is anybody can join, and joining is absolutely free, which is pretty cool. So if you look on the Teachers Pay Teachers website, there's a lot of things to look at. I will be starting from the top. Under featured, this is where you can see Thanksgiving items, since Thanksgiving's coming up. If you need any activities for the holidays, there's also fall themed activities as well. So those are the two top things that are being featured as of right now. And then under featured, you can search for grades. So Teachers Pay Teachers is grade friendly from pre-K to high school. So if you are a preschool teacher or a kindergarten teacher, you would obviously click on that link. Same with first and second grade, third to fifth, middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then also high school, 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th grade as well. Below grades, you will see subjects. So if you just want to search for subjects, you can do that as well. The first one is English and Language Arts. So if you just scroll over the English and Language Arts, then you'll see all of the subtopics. From grammar, they have literature, phonics, poetry, reading, spelling, vocabulary, you name it, they have it. Same with math. The second one down, you can find things for algebra, algebra 2, basic operations, all the way up to calculus, so that's great. Same with science. They have every type of science that you would need, earth sciences, even engineering and forensics. Same with social studies and history. Foreign language, which is pretty cool, and then a specialty. Below that is prices. So while Teachers Pay Teachers has free items, things are also will cost money. So there's items that are under $5, $5 to $10, and then $10 and up. What's awesome about this website, if you do join as a teacher, it's kind of like having a second job. If you post anything that you think other teachers will find useful, you can get money for that. So it's like having a second income. So how can you beat that? And then below prices is the top resource types. So if you're looking just for worksheets, you can click on the worksheets, activities, and then lesson plans. So if you're unsure of how to teach a lesson and you just need some tips from other teachers of how they taught a specific lesson, you can search for lesson plans as well, which is pretty cool. And then again, there's fun stuff, just fun things to do in the classroom, and then PowerPoints as well. The last thing I'm going to show you is you can look at teachers' profiles that are on this website. So when you click on a teacher, you can kind of see their profile and then the grades that they post about. So that's really cool. Other teachers can also rate teachers. So if you're looking at a specific teacher, you can see other teacher reviews of what they have said about this teacher to see if they're have good things up there. And then the last thing is, if you do buy an item and you click on an item, you can just add it to your cart, or you can also buy the license to share. So basically, when you buy the license to share, that is so you're able to share this item with other teachers. So you're able to do that as well, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the overview of the Teachers Pay Teachers. Now Jess will discuss how this website is good for behavior and classroom management.
Hi everyone, my name is Jess. Like Julia said, I looked up for behavior and classroom management on Teachers Pay Teachers. What I will do is I will start and show you some very cool things I have found that I would love to use in my own classroom. Basically, even though teachers do, they have their same routines for years, it's always nice to start fresh and to find new things that work in different ways and with different children. For instance, at the top, I just go to the home page. I just search for classroom management. And right here we found that I have a clutter-free classroom guide to organizing and managing your classroom. This one's really great. For me, I feel like it would give me a lot of ideas on how to just organize my classroom at first. A lot of the times we don't think of these kind of things when we come to get our own classrooms. We're so worried about teaching, but this is also a very important part of teaching. So Teachers Pay Teachers really helps you on all aspects, whether it's your lesson plan, your unit plans, but also your managing of your classroom with your actual physical desks and books and things like that. So for instance, this one is actually $10. And as Julia said before, here's the buy license to share button right here. All of these are digital download, so basically as soon as you pay for it, you have instant access to it, which is even better, considering teachers have limited time as it is. So this one, since I didn't buy it, I can't see a lot of it, but as you can see, there's some bulletin board things, some bucket things, and it goes into in depth of how to organize your drawers and how to set up centers and things like that. So I think it's a really great idea on how to just learn to set up a classroom. So aside from this one, I also found this little thing, which I thought was awesome. This is more for, even though it is classroom management, it's great for behavior management. This one's called Give Me 5. It's a visual reminder to help students remember what they need to do when you need their attention. So for this one, the teacher would say, give me 5, and students would freeze and stop what they're doing, show her 5 fingers, like a high five, and she would first reference back to this poster she would hang in her room. So it says 1, look at the teacher, 2, listen, 3, stop talking, 4, hands still, and 5, feet still. So this one's great. It's very small, so it's only about $1.50. If you didn't feel like paying that $1.50, it always gives you more ideas. However, if you did want this actual one, you could always just buy it for $1.50, download it, print it out, laminate it, and do whatever you want, which I think is great. Let's see. Okay, another one is for about like a student grouping chart. This allows you to print out as many as you'd like. You can try mix matching different groups, and sometimes it takes 1 or 2 different trials of pairing the students and things like that to see which really gives them a great way of learning. So you can try here, and once you group all your students together after the activity, you can have your observational and summative notes to see if it worked or not. I think it's also a great thing to have just because it can give you more of a physical reminder of, oh yeah, Bobby and Tara didn't work out together, maybe I'll try this, and you can have it date and you can always have it documented, which is great. My favorite one by far, though, this is a free one, is the behavior charts. So basically what it is, you print all these out, they're about a page each. I see a lot of teachers, they've laminated them and they use clothespins. They write the students' names on the clothespin, so each student has their own. And every student starts on Ready to Learn, which is right here in the middle. Then if they are declining their behavior, it'll go to the Think About It. Then there's one which is like a parent contact, a teacher conference, and things like that. Or, oh, here it goes, so teacher consequence or parent contact. Or if the student is having great behavior throughout the day, you can tell them to move their clip up, since they're doing such a great job, and it'll have, you're setting a great example, and the highest one is outstanding. Then aside from all of that, you can also have a daily behavior chart, and you can also keep track of your students who have, repetitive behaviors and things like that. So I think it's a really awesome way. And personally, I would have never thought of this stuff on my own, and I think this is a great resource to help teachers. And even like our professor has said, teachers love to share, their ideas. So it's always a learning environment, and it's a great resource to use in your own classroom. So here's Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm going to talk about some ways that some resources that are available to help students and for them to do at home. There are many different resources that teachers could buy that could help their students really understand what they're learning while at home, besides just making them do regular homework problems or worksheets, and to really get them engaged into what they're learning. This website is really easy to navigate through. To start off with a simple search, all you have to do is choose a subject or grade level you would like to look up. Next, I would suggest is to go over to the top resource types on the left side of the screen, and then to scroll over to the See All Resource Types at the bottom. From here, there are numerous amounts of categories you can click on to find exactly what you want for your classroom. I use this to look up different things that students can use at home that I think could really help on any given lesson being taught. For example, I did a general history search and then clicked the category flashcards. A ton of different flashcard sets popped up for basically any lesson. There were ancient history flashcards, president flashcards, and Revolutionary War flashcards, and so many others. Some of these were really cool because they were not just flashcards, but they also had trading cards. And the one I used for an example was I found a presidential trading card, and these cards would tell you about that president and everything that student would need to know about them. This is not only useful, but I think this can make it fun and handy for the students because they can bring these flashcards or trading cards anywhere with them, and it can also make it into a game that students can do between each other, and it gets the information stuck in their heads, which is also a really good thing. Other at-home tools for students that I found on this site were like internet activities, guided reading books, and I even found songs that other teachers have used that have worked in their classrooms, and that the teachers and parents could even go on the website and buy. But one of the best things about this website is that they have a tab for parents. Once again, you can click on the subject and grade level, and you can find thousands of different materials that teachers can send home for parents so they can help their student from home and give them the help they need while not in the classroom setting. For example, first I just did a general search, no grade or subject. I just pushed for parents. I ended up getting 20,285 results, which I think is so awesome. One of the things that came up were work progress notes, which I think were really interesting. These attach to students' unfinished schoolwork that they did not complete during that class time, and it gives checklists and explains why the student did not finish and what the parent can do to help them finish at home and what exactly they have to complete to hand into class the next day. I think this is really helpful because what teachers have to remember is parents aren't in the classroom with their students during the day, and sometimes younger students tend to forget what is going on and need that helpful mentor. So if the parents understand what is going on, then progress can be made and the student can move forward rather than moving backwards. Other cool things I found were parent handouts, monthly newsletter templates, and reading strategies. These are really good ways to keep the parents involved with helping them understand what is going on in the classroom so they can stay up to date and help their student at home to help further their education process. One other really cool thing I found under the For Parents tab is at-home activities that parents can do with their student. This could be really cool way to start interacting teacher and parent collaboration, or even teachers can assign projects for a certain lesson and parents can help their student with it. There were two at-home activities that I thought were really cool that can involve the parents and let that student interactively learn in a fun way that sometimes doesn't even feel like they're being taught a lesson. The one activity was called Long Ago and Today Old-Fashioned Toy Activity. This activity is for a younger group of students, but it could be a fun way to teach students about the past and what has since changed into the future. This activity involves and encourages parents to help their student bring in toys that they maybe once played with or they had older siblings that played with. Um, and then for them to find a toy that children are playing with nowadays. The students, parents, and their teachers can all together discuss the differences, and this can turn into a really cool lesson while being fun that they would do in the classroom and could do at home. Um, Another activity that I thought was really cool that I found was it was called the Armed Forces Military Appreciation Activity. Um, this activity was one that was supposed to be done at home, and the point was to get to their student to talk about a family member or a family friend who is or was in the military, and it allows that student to talk about the hero that they picked and get them thinking about like what our military does and why is it important and why we look up to these people. I found both of these activities under the Social Studies and History tab, but there were a ton of different activities for all of the subjects. I think Teachers Pay Teachers is a really great site that can change the way students can continue their learning and expanding their minds while at home, whether it be on their own or with their parents. By using some of these tools that teachers are offering to educators and parents, I think it's potentially setting up better parent-teacher relationships, and students could gain more knowledge and help that could help them more than ever before. But I think that's about it.
Okay, thank you for listening to our presentation on Teachers Pay Teachers. The three of us highly recommend it for classroom use, and we hope you explore. Okay.